If you feel like you've been creating a ton of information or content lately to draw in new customers or potential new customers, well, you may be feeling a little tired. And so in today's video, I'm going to share with you how to repurpose your content so that you can fully leverage the information that you are already creating and sharing so that you not only save time, but most importantly, you don't burn out. Hi y'all, I'm Vivian Walton, the seasoned marketer, and I share marketing tips, tools, and tactics with resourceful business owners. If you're new here, every Monday I release a new marketing video, so if that's something that you're into, go ahead and hit that subscribe button right now or follow me on any one of my other social media accounts. Because you are a small business owner, your time is extremely valuable. And so you want to ensure that you are working smarter and not harder. So in today's video, I am actually going to walk you through how to repurpose the content and information that you are already creating and sharing so that you can share it across multiple platforms and really squeeze as much value out of it as you can. All right, so the first thing you'll want to do whenever you are looking at how you can repurpose your content is to write down all of the platforms that you are currently using to promote your business. Now, don't worry about any of the stuff you're not doing. We want to work with what we currently have in place. So for example, if I were to walk through this exercise, I would write down Instagram, LinkedIn, Pinterest, my website, YouTube, and Facebook. The next thing I'm going to do is prioritize them in the order that I find to be the most important of value to my business. And so for me, that would be my website, number 1, YouTube, number 2, Instagram, number 3, Facebook, number 4, LinkedIn, number 5, and Pinterest, number 6. And so what this does is it allows me to remind myself when I'm looking at how to repurpose my content of which platforms are most important and integral to my business. And so that way I can prioritize where I am spending most of my time and effort. Once I have them ranked, I'm going to take one piece of information that I am using on one of these platforms, and then I'm going to figure out how I can repurpose that information to share it across the other platforms. And so I'm going to show you an example here of a YouTube video that I did and how I'm going to go through and repurpose it across the other platforms. But before I do that, remember that the purpose in repurposing my YouTube video would be to get as much value out of that one video as I can, which means I have to account and think about the best format to upload and to share the same information that's in that YouTube video onto these other platforms. So I'm going to use a really strange analogy here, but I do think that it's going to drive the point home. I consider each platform a different language. So they have their own algorithms, their own features that they are promoting within the platform. Each one of the platforms offers a user a very different experience or culture of sorts. When you repurpose content, you are trying to take the idea that you are sharing in that piece of information and translate it into a format that is going to make sense on this new platform. By thinking of it this way, it gives you wiggle room to be able to change, edit, and adapt the information that you're sharing for the platform that you're trying to share it on. And so you're simply not trying to copy and paste what you're doing on Instagram and putting that on YouTube or Pinterest or anywhere else. You have a little more wiggle room to be able to make these edits and changes to adapt it to the platform that you're using. Side note, a good language translator does the same thing. So when they translate ideas and expressions, but not word for word. And the reason they do that is because they know that translating word for word means that they can't relay the same expressions, ideas, or sentiment. A lot gets lost in translation when you take that approach, and the same goes here. It'll make more sense when I walk you through the example. So now let's walk through the example. I'll use my video, 5 questions to ask before you participate in an event. On my website, since it's my website and I have a little more control on how I want to present the information, I can actually repurpose this video in 2 ways. One, I can take the video as is on my YouTube and have it shared on a page on my website. And so I'm able to do this by having a web page on there titled Video Library and installing a free plugin to my website, which connects to my YouTube channel. I set it up once, and as long as I'm posting videos to my YouTube channel, this page will be updated every week with the new content. No extra steps or maintenance on my part. Number 2, I can actually take the same YouTube video and embed it into a blog post. However, since it is a blog, I know that the people interested in reading blogs want more long-form content. So I can't just share the verbiage I'm using on the YouTube description and embed the video. I instead have to come up with some longer content or tips to draw them in. This, by the way, also helps my search engine ranking, so I'm willing to take a little more time to work on this. And after all, my website is my number 1 priority according to my list, so any time I spent on this will be well worth it. For example, the video that I wanted to embed into the blog was my 5 questions to ask before participating in an event. So I thought, what conversation or question usually goes hand in hand with questions you ask before deciding which event to participate in? And the question that I think comes up before that one is why? Why should I participate in an event? So you'll notice that the blog covers 3 advantages of participating in an event, and then I embed the video once I introduce the idea that really the key factor is picking the right events. Since the content I am repurposing is originally shared on YouTube, I can mark that off the list. The next platform is Instagram. For Instagram, I have a few options. I could choose to repurpose my YouTube video by simply posting about the topic in a post and then saying link to video in bio. Or I could go live and do a video on the same topic, or I can take the same video and upload it to IGTV. I want to roll with the IGTV option because I want to create a library of sorts on my Instagram for users to be able to browse through videos. So now that I know I need to upload the video on IGTV, I'll need to also consider the format of my content. With IGTV, for example, I can't just take the video I posted on YouTube and upload it to IGTV because the dimensions aren't the same. YouTube videos are more horizontal and IGTV is vertical. So in order for me to be able to use the same exact video, because I'm trying to do as little work as possible, remember, I need to create a graphic skin that the video can sit in. That requires that I use PowerPoint to essentially insert my video into the skin, and that will give me a video that will look like it belongs on IGTV. And as for the verbiage for the caption, I can use the same or very similar verbiage that I used on my YouTube description. Let's move on to Facebook. On Facebook, I have the same options as I do on Instagram. I can essentially write a post and share my YouTube link. I can go live on the same topic, or I can share the same video I shared on YouTube but upload it natively onto Facebook. So for this one, I want to stop and think about what is going to give me the most effective results. I know for a fact that Facebook does not promote posts as much that have a YouTube link on them. Well, because why would they want to send their users to a different platform that's not theirs? And I don't want to have to hassle with going live. So the most advantageous option for me is to essentially take the same exact video that I upload to YouTube and upload it to Facebook natively. Use the same title and the same or similar verbiage that I used in the video description, and then post the video. Since I want to really squeeze as much as I can out of that video, once it's uploaded, I want to go in and share it in the closed Facebook groups that I'm a member of so that they can watch or share the video as they want. This also increases my views on that particular video and will potentially draw new followers onto my Facebook page. Now for LinkedIn. I know that I have similar options as far as how I upload the videos. I can write a post with the YouTube link, I can go live, or I can upload the same video natively onto LinkedIn. One thing I have to keep in mind when deciding that is the length of my video. I know that LinkedIn will only allow me to upload videos on their platform that are a max of 10 minutes in length. Therefore, that means that if I have a video that is 12 minutes long, I won't have the choice to upload it. I'll just have to write a post and share the YouTube link. For LinkedIn, I have to rework the verbiage that accompanies the video because my target audience is more professional. And so naturally, I don't want to use as many emojis, even though that seems to be changing, but that's a discussion for another day. Pinterest. For Pinterest, I know that I won't be uploading the video, but what I can do is create an eye-catching graphic, apply the right tags so that it shows up in the Pinterest search results that I want, and then link it directly to my YouTube video. Now, the process that I just walked you through with repurposing this one YouTube video is the same process that you can use in, let's say, repurposing an Instagram post. If, for example, I wanted to squeeze more out of this post right here, 3 surprising email stats, I would walk through the same process for each platform. Since it's a post and not a video, I would have to manipulate the format differently than I did for the video. So for example, if I'm going to be repurposing or sharing that information onto, let's say, Pinterest, then what I may want to do is go in and write a really in-depth blog post, create a graphic that I can upload onto Pinterest, and then I can have the option to either forward, when people click on that graphic, forward them to the more in-depth blog post, or I can forward them to the original Instagram post. Remember, using the translating analogy, you have wiggle room to be able to reformat the information so that it fits appropriately and effectively into these other platforms. Just don't forget that the ultimate goal of doing all this is to save time. So instead of spending more time creating new content, you can take the information that you've already created and really just try to maximize the most out of it. Trust me, this gets a lot easier with practice. So all you have to focus on right now is trying to implement this process so that it becomes a habit over time. If you like this video, remember that every Monday I release a new video with information just like this that could help you save time and money when it comes to marketing your business. Don't forget that I have a website at www.theseasonedmarketer.com where I have a couple freebies and an entire video library there waiting for you. So go check that out today. Thanks again for tuning in to another Monday Marketing Minute. I'll catch you guys next week, same time and place.